Hello there, folks. Chad Remington here, your expert lead reporter of the prestigious Diamond Dynasty League. Back here with you. Just come off a work suspension. Can't talk about it, according to the lawyer. Still battling it out, but we're back at work. Sorry for the delays. We last time we talked, we had a power rankings post draft pre-week 1, and we're back here to do a week 6 post week 6 power rankings for the season, and a little updated dynasty power rankings as well. um, it's been some high scoring affairs so far. You like to see that. A lot of games coming down to Monday. A lot of heartaches, pulling on the heartstrings in the fourth quarter Monday night. Always is fun. But a couple high powered teams, couple not so high powered teams. We'll try to get moving on this, try to be quick, not spend too much time on each team, but finally have a trade. The Hopefully the trades will snowball. People figure out values of players, and will kind of evolve from there. The league will evolve from there. Shouldn't say we, not in the league. Uh, but I will. I'll make a when the trade finalizes. I'll make another my reaction on the trade type of video, the pros and cons for each team. But for right now, we're with the power rankings. Hopefully more action, in the league, and people let go of their shitty play or their good players on shitty teams. People, fight for good players, trade some picks for some players on some not so fighting teams. But as the season goes on, teams will figure out if they're fighting for a playoff spot or not, and what they want to do with their team. That's the whole point of Dynasty. So let's get going. I haven't really thought about where to start on this. I might do. I might go one. I'm gonna go one back, one forth between the prestigious and the Diamond Conference. So we'll start at the bottom here. No pun intended here, Evan. But we'll start here, and I'm gonna start off by looking at IR because I want to see what kind of I think IR can also tell a story on a team too. So Tyrod getting hurt. I think when he comes back, Houston's going to be pretty not a terrible team. So I do like Tyrod. It sucks for you that he was hurt right away. George Kittle has been unproductive and also battling injuries. Mike Thomas not back. So a big reason why you're right now last place in the Diamond Conference. Davis Mills, you don't like to see that as your starting quarterback. Miles Sanders looking good, but they don't give him the ball. I can't control. I'm not the old coordinator for the Eagles, but Jonathan Taylor fighting every week. I mean, it's looking like a good young pick. He's looking good. Kenny Galladay battling injuries. Marshall's battling injury. Not looking too hot right now. Had one good game here and there, but I still believe he's a good player in a pretty good looking offense. Elijah Moore, not getting him the ball either. He was also battling injuries. So Trey Lance, he's not going to turn to Patrick Mahomes week 1 or in season 1. So it's all right, Deshaun Watson, I'll just plead the fifth on him. But the rest, Will Fuller comes back, gets injured. I mean, I don't know what to expect out of Will Fuller. Love him as a player. Osborne, that was a good pickup. Freiermuth, don't know how to say that, but I think he's looking good, especially Big Ben doesn't know, he needs to retire, but he's had a couple good touchdowns. They've drawn up some plays to him. I think he's going to be pretty promising tight end. So right now, there's a couple highlights on your team, again, that I think they're young and good for the future. I mean, to start off for this season, don't know if this is a big surprise, but I'm fortunately going to have to move you to the 16 spot. Your team is just not looking too hot. I started you off the 3rd spot. I think for right now I'm going to put you in the 6th spot for the overall dynasty. I think you're just a lot of injuries right now. I think your team might take a little longer for a couple of those guns to play out, but I do like them. I do still like your team. We will keep going forward. Last place in the prestigious right now is Warris. Tua's back. Looks good sometimes, honestly, but also sometimes doesn't know. Like, is he left-handed actually? I don't know. Kamara, I mean, could have seen this guy, not producing. I mean, Kamara's insane, but Saints offense without a quarterback, I think should have seen it coming, but he's doing all right. He's doing all right. He and Himes. Hopkins has been solid. Allen Robinson non-existent. Disgusting tight end situation. Cooper Kupp, he's looking amazing. I'm surprised he's on this team right here. But good for this team. St. Brown, they keep saying they want to give him the ball more. They have gotten him last couple games. Still not looking, the Lions aren't looking too great offensively. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes they look all right, but Knox was a good pickup. He's looking great. Fortunately, just got hurt. The rest of this bench, A.J. Dillon, he's eating a lot right now of not really, well, it's a couple weeks producing, but eating a lot of time in Green Bay. The rest of them, Mac Jones, I mean, game manager. Rahamondre, or however you say this, he's Damian Harris a little banged up. Should have started in IR. Irv Smith hurt. James White, he's pretty good in half PPR. The team overall, I got a couple good studs on here. Dynasty though, they're all kind of, 28. They're all old. You got. I don't really. Right now, I'm gonna put you at 14 for this season. For this Dynasty, I think I'll put you up at 12. There's a lot of young. I think we'll see what you do with your roster. There's a lot of. You got a couple good young players on there, but a couple good old players, and the rest are just kind of But see what you do. See if those people can carry you. Back to Diamond. All right, we're gonna keep trying to go. Patty Mahomes. Something's a little off with Casey. I don't know what, but he's obviously still producing. Not maybe not like a first round pick QB, but I mean he's still looking good. He's Patty Mahomes. Trace Ramon still not taking over the role. Kind of weird. Javonte Williams. Jamal Williams. Just kidding. That's a letdown for, me. He's all right, though. Good value there. Godwin, good games, bad games. Still a very talented receiver. Ridley, just going to sit out a couple games here and there. Who cares? But still super talented. Atlanta's a little off right now, though. Ayuk doesn't know how to play football, I guess. But I don't know what to think. I did love this pick, but don't know what the heck's going on with that. He's got, it's okay. 2 Dallas tight ends. One is going to produce, so can't hate that. I heard good things about him. Hopefully he kind of steps up for you. Tony, this is a great pick right here. Sucks he's kind of banged up, but this might be a very good pick. Gallup, Gus getting hurt. I mean, these hurt your season. It's kind of maybe why you're down so low. I still think you have a very solid squad here. I think you're just kind of getting unlucky, Ridley sitting out a game. You not learning how to play football. I think, right now you're sitting right here. I think, maybe even put you up to 11, but right now I'll keep you at 12. I still like your team for the future. You still have a very... you have a lot of stud stars to your team that I think will carry you through at good positions too. Your wide receiver core is really good. Centered by Patty Mahomes. We're gonna move on. I don't hate putting you at 5 right now. The Dallas Studies. My close friend, funny friend Jason, great, smart, intelligent guy. Part of the first trade, I think he's realizing he's definitely in a rebuild phase. The season didn't exactly start how he maybe wanted it to. Trying to acquire picks, getting rid of his essentially number 1 running back. We'll go more about J.D. McKissick in detail, but Zach Wilson not maybe performing how he wanted to year 1. Not looking good. That's not good numbers. Running back, Felton, exciting guy. This wide receiver core though. Even starting off with Jacoby Myers, that was very good value. Jamar Chase, I don't need to say much more than that. Kyle Pitts, Atlanta offense looking, but Kyle Pitts does look good. Metcalf, Monsters, maybe not producing at number 1 wide receiver, but he is producing, and he's a monster. Rondell Moore, very promising wide receiver, still looking good his first season. Gainwell's actually, some games he's all right, some games not producing at all. Big Ben needs to retire. Big quarterback need at this team and running back need, obviously. The rest of it, we got CeeDee Lamb. Forgot about this stud. I mean, very good wide receiver core on this team. Michael Carter's slowly, looking into a role. Didn't start off too well, but slowly getting in a role. I think the Jets are figuring things out. They had a tough defensive schedule in the beginning, but overall, I mean this wide receiver core and tight end is honestly unreal wide receiver core. Can he fill in the spots? I believe so. He's pretty, I think he's a pretty good fantasy manager. But I'm going to put him at 4, conservative 4. For this season, though, especially already making early trade, I think I'm going to put him at 15. Could be 16. Let's move on, though. Davey Gaines, the Delaware Spiders. Matthew Stafford, it's looking good. Like him in a new uniform. Antonio Gibson, battling injuries constantly, but absolute stud. Dearness Johnson turns out it's going to be a good pick for at least a couple weeks. Maybe future. We'll see as well. Mooney not doing anything. Just Fields doesn't know how to throw a ball. He's had a couple good weeks, but I do like him. CJ Uzma, whoever drafted him, that was a good draft pick, but somehow wind up on Dave's team. Gaskins, Chase Edmonds, not bad. He's not bad, but Najee Harris is a machine. This guy is playing every single freaking offensive snap, and I feel like they're going to run him in the ground. I mean, I think he's got a good 3-4 years on him. Past that, I don't know what's going to happen to him. He's either going to be Derrick Henry or he's going to, bust down. I don't know. But he's looking good behind it in a terrible Pittsburgh offense. Sam Darnold, he is looking good most games. Mike Williams, we knew he was going to have a good year. Maybe not as good as year as he's having. Battling a little bit of injuries, but guy's a good pick. Guy's on stud. I think, Jerry Jeudy and hurt. I need to start with IR, don't I? Jeff Wilson getting hurt definitely doesn't help. I think, if your team is just banged up, unfortunately, a little bit, if they're not, I think this team is a little better than it looks. I'm going to put you at 10 right now. For the future, it's unfortunate that like all of your great positions are running backs right now. I don't know how long they're going to last you. So I think you'll be able to manage the rest of your team. I mean, Jerry Jeudy, you got a good couple young, really good receivers, in my opinion. I think I'm going to put you in the middle of the pack at about 10, 9 or 10. Keep you at 10 right now. I do think you'll be able to manage it, though. Let's go up to K-Man. K-Man squad. Surprised to see him this low, honestly. 2-4. You don't like to see that. I think he's getting a little bit unlucky, to be honest. Kyler Murray being a stud, staying healthy, looking like a stud. DeAndre Swift battling injury. Ron Jones doing nothing. Maybe gets traded. Tyreek, good games. Landry, could have told you he was going to get no points, Oh, it's injured. Same thing, right? OJ Howard, good game, bad game. But maybe he figured it out. Maybe he figured out the game of football. He's still young. Deshaun Jackson. I mean, I was about to say this before I saw Deshaun Jackson, but I think your team is very boomer bust, and maybe that's why you're sitting at 2-4. I haven't looked at how you've lost each week, but your team is very boomer bust, and I don't hate it. It's not bad, but I don't think it's helping your current schedule right now. Looking at your bench, Ty Conklin, I like him. Deontay Johnson, he's gonna feast, especially with Juju getting hurt. Gabe Davis really not doing anything. It feels bad. James Robinson almost overlooked this guy. I mean, he's having a really good season. Got a pretty bad bye week this week, don't you? Injuries, Tariq Cohen would have been nice, but not too much affected by injuries. I think you got a lot of questions here, though. But the boomer bust. I do think you gotta pretty bad week. So I got to add in James Robinson, Deontay here. I do the bang up though. I'm gonna put you at 7. I think you're getting a little unlucky, which sucks. I think your starters are very good, but your depth really falls off, unfortunately. I think 7's a pretty fair spot. Your team can go up higher though. You're just getting a little unlucky, I think. Dynasty, I'm gonna throw you right here. This may be a little low. I could probably throw you right here, and be okay, But the depth is scaring me. The depth is scaring me here. So, all right, we're gonna move on quick. I can't spend 15 minutes on each team. Ryan's team. We're gonna go down the bottom. We've run this. ETN getting out hurt. McCaffrey out hurts. Probably why you're sitting at 3-3. Not bad though, honestly. Not the most points for though. So, Lenny Fournette having a great season. Tannehill's doing nothing. McLaurin sucks that Fitzmagic can't help him out. Higbee looking great. Slane's battling injury. The rest of this team, I'm not seeing anything on the bench. I mean, McCaffrey comes back. Debo's having a great season. I've kind of skipped over him. Your team looks pretty darn solid. The dynasty-wise, though, they're kind of young. They're kind of all mid-aged. I mean, McCaffrey, ETN. I think just because of injuries, I'm going to have to put you down here. I don't necessarily want to put you down here, but... And... This is rough. I mean, this is mean too. I think... Alright, we're doing this. I'm going to stick you. I think this is a little cruel, though. I think you're getting unlucky with injuries. Otherwise, your team is up here, in my opinion. A top 5-6 team, looking like. But ETN McCaffrey getting banged up hurts. Injuries, even like the Washington quarterback side. So, honestly, your team could be anywhere from here to here. I think I'm having a tough read on your team. I don't hate your team. I think it's a very bad low rating for it, though. It looks worse than it is. We're going to move on, though. Apologies to Ryan, because I'm having a tough time reading your team. All right. Eric Shepard's team. Lamar, Darrell Williams. Sorry. The lucked out by injury here. Kenyon Drake looking very productive, actually. Manuel Sanders producing. Holy crap. A.J. Brown has been battling injuries. It's kind of sucks. T. Higgins been battling injuries. A lot of injuries. It looks like. Damian Williams. It looks like you're lucking out on. I don't know it's him. Oh, he's on a COVID list. But when he comes back, should be back. Mike Davis. Not looking good. Boston Scott just got overridden somehow. Justin Jackson, kind of same thing with him. I don't know what's going on with him. Dobbins getting hurt doesn't help the team at all. Dallas Goedert. Your team's you're getting a little lucky with. I'm gonna stick you down here. I think Lamar, AJ, who's still pretty darn young. You got Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert. That's pretty sick. That is pretty sick. You know what? I might have to throw this up here. People aren't going to be happy with what I rank them. It's a tough job for me. All right, we're moving on. Chris. This video is taking a little longer. Trevor Lawrence. Jacobs. Not looking good, but first-year quarterback, not everyone has a great first year. Jacobs, not looking fantastic, but the talent's there. Chuba Hubbard, that was a good pick. DJ Moore was looking like a stud. and he's young. DPJ even. I mean, gotta love it. Noah Fant, I been battling injuries, but even still producing, you can't hate it. He's obviously a talented player. AJ Green producing pretty solid actually. Rest. Let's look at this bench here. Delvin Cook by Keel Heron still not doing anything. Fortunately, looks like that was a waste of a pick. Um, there's a lot of upside there, but still not doing anything. Rager's not doing too much either. Laviscus was battling injury, but he's looking all right now. I do like Laviscus. Fitz getting hurt. I think, I don't. This team for right now is not. That's probably really rough, ain't it? DJ Moore, Noah Fant. I'm gonna put you here. I'm putting Ryan up a spot. I think you got a lot of young people though. I think I'm gonna put you right in the middle. I'm gonna have you at 4 or 5. We're gonna move you up one. I still think a very young squad. Everyone is young on this squad except Delvin Cook, which I think he can manage to maybe trade for some value. So even Josh Jacobs, still a lot of potential there. He's still only 23. All right, we're moving on. Do like the squad. We are on a Kev's team. Kev, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, producing. I'm not gonna go on about Aaron Rodgers. Darrell Henderson, that ended up being a great pick. I think we drafted. I think the league drafted after the Cam Akers news, so that pick's working out. Starting. Not a great look. Robert Woods, if this guy could catch the ball, he'd have so many more points. But very boomer bust, but he's producing. This, sorry. Let's keep going down here. Eckler. Okay, this is West. Eckler, Chubbing out hurts. Eckler's on bye. Right now, your team just doesn't look good. It still is there though. Mozart getting hurt doesn't hurt. Carson, yeah, okay. So this is making a little more sense right now. So your team doesn't look good right here, obviously, but if everyone can come back in a couple weeks, I mean, your squad is looking good. The running backs are unbelievable for this squad. Even going in, you're fitting in 2 running backs. You only the starting squad is ridiculous. If everyone can come back healthy, if you can survive a couple more weeks till everyone's healthy, I think is why you're kind of making a trade as well right now. I mean, this is a top 4 team. This is what I had before at 4. The running backs for this season are unbelievable. I think I'm going to keep you exactly where I had you, Kev. I don't think too much has changed, unfortunately, because your team's so running back oriented. So you are kind of in that win now right now with all the running backs, but it does look good. Aaron Rodgers stepping up. Yeah, we'll move on. We will move on. I just don't know how running back will factor into Dynasty. We got to make my voice deeper. I don't know what happened to it. All right, we are to Steve's team. He's had a couple heartbreak losses, I think. What is his record now? 3-3. Could be easily 5-1. Kind of this middle pack in this conference. But I mean, yeah, 757 points for. It should be about third highest in the league or so. So the squad's looking good. A couple heartbreak losses on Monday night, I know. Tom Brady, the GOAT. That's all I gotta say. Aaron Jones, it's Green Bay offense. It's weird, but Aaron Jones is producing. He's a great player. I hope he gets traded or something next season. Damian Harris, bad injury, but producing. Mike Evans, I mean, this guy gets thrown a touchdown every game. Just kidding. Boomer bust. Tampa Bay wide receivers. Gotta love him. Michael Pittman, he's looking good. He's looking good. Travis Kelce, a tight end on his own. Don't need to go further into that. Herbert, this is gonna pay off for sure for a couple weeks. You good old another Herbert. I think they're brothers, right? The two fantastic quarterbacks. Tom Brady's mentoring them, playing amazing. What's he gonna do with these two quarterbacks? Big question. The bench, not liking the bench. Gotta be honest here. Tunyon good. How's he been doing? I actually don't know. Not good. Oh, didn't know he was being that bad. DJ Clark hurt, and obviously is a tough loss. DJ Chark, I don't know what I said. So, I mean, yeah, this is a very good team right here. I think there's no depth to this team though. This is tough. So, I mean, I did say it was third highest points. Maybe I'll just mentally put him in the third. I might have to move people down. I think I'm gonna put you. I feel like this is more appropriate right now. I think the bench depth is hurting me right now to rank you higher. Will you trade a tight end to get some, to win this year? I think you're a very win now team. I also do think there's a couple really good young players on your team too, though. So you're kind of in the middle. We'll put you toward the 11th spot. Move up a couple of people. Great squad for right now, though. Dean's team. I was very high on this team going into the season. Let's start at IR. All right, there are technical difficulties. CEH getting hurt sucks. Juju sucks. KJ talented getting hurt sucks. Gronk's even hurt. Let's keep looking at the team. So a lot of injuries right now, but you are still sitting 4-2. It's pretty good. Joe Burrow looking like a class act. These yikes. Not what you want to see out of your running back starters. Not what you wanted to see here. Robbie Anderson, I think he had a touchdown. Yeah, he had a touchdown, but really underproducing, unfortunately. I think he's still could break out. T. Jackson looking great for dynasty tight ends. I mean, Derek Carr, actually not bad quarterback. Singletary slowly coming back, slowly back to life, being a alright running back. Amari Cooper, Dallas offense is nuts. Let's keep going. Justin Jefferson, stud. We all kind of knew he was a stud. Rob even producing when he's healthy. This Gronkowski stuff is nuts. Derrick Henry tight ends almost. I still really like your squad. I still think there are a couple young, like T.J. Hockenson, Burrow, Justin Jefferson. There are just a couple people who are just going to carry your squad for a while. Maybe I was a little high putting it at 1. Oh, I don't like to do this. We're going to put you in the 3 spot. I think it's nice. All right. Maybe we'll adjust that dynasty. Oh, I didn't even put you anywhere over here. I think. How many teams we got left? All right, let's do that. I think I'm gonna put you at 6 right now. Let's move on. Chop chop. We'll lose for money here in flat. Jalen Hurts. He produces. Running quarterback. Javonte Williams looking good. Devontae Adams, Javonte Williams, Devontae Adams. Waddle slowly producing. He had a good game last game. Odell looking like poop. Likes poop. Justin Fields honestly is looking terrible. Uh, can't say much more about that. Diggs looking great. Marvin Jones looking good. Eli Mitchell, that's a great pick right now. Don't know why he's not in the starting position right now. Maybe he came back. I don't remember. Injuries, Hunt sucks for you. These ones are irrelevant. I still don't love your team, but you're producing. You're scoring high points too. This I just kind of skipped over this. This is really helping your team out. It's ended up being a really good pick. I mean, big core. He's like the career leader in yards per carry. I don't know if anyone knows that. For the NFL. We're putting in this spot right here. I don't know who's gonna go in this 8 spot. I'll tell you that much. Overall though, I gotta speed this video up. Young, old, got a couple more seasons. I think your team's gonna look really good for about 3 seasons. That's gonna fall off. I'm gonna put you kind of in the middle. Your teams were gonna look really, really good for 3 years. I think you'll be able to manage it past that, but this is just a giant pack of what's gonna happen. They might need some adjusting right here, but you got. I don't hate it. I think this is a very harsh rating, but your team is looking good. Even 6, this might even be a little harsh. Your team. We're gonna move on. We'll move on. It's always tough to rank, 16 freaking teams. All right. Massey team. Jimmy Garoppolo. Didn't expect to see that. Latavius Murray, not expecting to see that. Alex Collins, getting good value right now out of that. Tyler Lockett, boomer bust. Mostly bust. Yeah. How the heck are you? You're scoring 700 points. Sitting at 4-2 in second place. Darren Waller hasn't had a good season. I think he will break out, though, still. Cole, Sony Michelle, Nico. All right, I got to start at IR here. Dave Montgomery. Makes sense. Akers, you look good for the future. Sucks for the season. I don't think your bench is bad by any means. Saquon being out, or Saquon being Saquon. Dak on bye. Okay, that makes sense. All right. I was wondering why your Jimmy's starting up there. Dak's looking. I love Dak. Even if he doesn't produce, I love Dak. Your bench, a lot of QBs. Beasley's been all right, been more than all right, I should say. I honestly don't know how this team is. Your team's 4-2. I sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. So you do have a couple good. You've gotten a lot of good value though out of a couple really bad players though. Even Latavius Murray. Well, I always like Latavius. Brandon Cooks, he's really stepped up though. I kind of maybe skipped over him. He's looking really good for your team. I don't know. You've even got a shit ton scored against you. I feel like you're either blown out or getting blown out, This is a very harsh rating because you're scoring points. These are super harsh. All right, we're putting our old-fashioned line right there because I think these can be switched around a lot. I don't see it in your team, but you're prove me wrong. Haters gonna hate, right? So I don't see the future of your team. I think you just have a bunch of shitty players who are really stepping up. You do have Cam Akers, that's really good talent. You don't deserve to be down there. You don't deserve to be. I don't know. That was maybe gut reaction. All right, let's move on. Just because I hate your team doesn't mean you're not good. All right, first place in the Diamond Conference right now, sitting at 6-0. I think the only undefeated team in this league. Gotta give him props. Uh, might have hated on his team a little too much in the preseason. Probably gonna be the biggest mover here. Daniel Jones. I mean, Melvin Gordon. The team's producing. Let's start an IR just so we can. Low Thomas. That doesn't help. Not help. Not helpful for the team. I mean, Penny. AJ Brown is, really producing. Even Devonta Smith is having his good games here and there. Mark Andrews being really good most of the time. Center of that offense. Josh Gordon. Can't eat it. Can't eat it. Okay. Josh Gordon. Okay, here we go. Looks like you got a tough bye week. Things are making a little more sense now. Josh Allen. Todd Gurley. Zeke on bye. Pollard. You got Madison. Thielen on bye. Okay. Claypool on bye. Jeez, this is tough. Okay. See, this is why I feel like I was looking at, postseason. Anyway, or preseason. Josh Palmer, not really doing anything, but I still think he's kind of promising. So, your team is crushing. I think you got a lot of depth too, at least on the running back position. The wide receivers, though, I think I did say that wide receivers, other than Thielen and Claypool. Yeah, AJ Brown, he's stepping up, but only a matter of time until he commits a crime or retires. He's just got that history. But I'm going to play it too. I don't think you deserve this right here, so I didn't even mean to put Dean at 1 either. Oh, this doesn't work out for me, does it? Should have put a little more thought into this, right? This team's kind of proved me wrong. I'm going to put him in the 6th spot. No, you know what? He deserves the 2nd spot. His team's a lot younger than I had given it credit for in the preseason draft. A lot of young guns on here. I think he's going to be solid. He was told, after this, the video was leaked, that it might have been a little harsh on his team. So maybe now we're being a little too nice, but we'll even it out. Last, sitting in the first place in the Prestige Conference, Brownlee. I think we did have his team ranked number 1. We have a very harsh year. Number 1, I honestly think you might say this way. I think we're pretty spot on about this team. Derrick Henry being non-human. Let's see how long it keeps us up for, but unreal. Joe Mixon's, since he's looking good. Carson Wentz probably got someone on bye. Julio not looking good. Corey Davis producing, honestly. A couple games. Jasicki here and there. James Conner, getting good value as a flex, I suppose. Devontae Booker was a good pick. He's getting some solid numbers for you. Even Gio, yeah. He's I don't know if you played him last week, but Keenan Allen's having an all-right season. Nothing like mind-blowing, but good enough. Solid enough. I still don't see this bench. You gotta get any. Okay, Russie getting hurt is gonna hurt you. Obviously, really no quarterback depth here. It's good. Yeah, you might be in the position you want to acquire a quarterback because this is a win-now team. I still don't see the depth of this team. It's why I had it last in the dynasty. This is a very win-now team, and we're still gonna put him in that 1 spot. He's still sitting first in the conference, and we're gonna keep him last here. I think that is about it right now. I think we will put some lines quickly here. I think this season can still go a long way, or any way. We're only 6 weeks in. I really do think any of these 8 teams right here can win it. These 9 to 13 right here do have a chance to get up in this upper tier, but it might take a little bit. These 3 are going to stay right here. It's just the way it's going to go. For here, I do think, honestly, this could go so many ways. I think I'm gonna be rude and put a line right under Chris. So I think Eric and Kyle. I remember there's a couple things about Kyle's team. I can't remember Eric's team fully, but I I don't want to put this line right here, but I feel like I gotta. I think this is where things are gonna break down. I think major moves for the future need to be done for these 3 teams, but they're in a couple of these are in win nows right now. Middle of the pack, I do have faith in these managers to fill their pieces. I think these guys are just more in line to fit it in with a. They got some studs on their team, some young studs. We've talked a lot. So we're gonna end this video. Week 6 power rankings. That was probably a 45-minute video. Sorry I can't. If I do a minute on each team, I don't know how I do it. So thank you for watching. Keep on trucking along. Good luck of the season. Hope you guys have a great one.